loves, welcome back to my channel. It is Cree, intellectinheels, and I am back with a new YouTube video. Today is going to be a get ready with me. I'm getting ready to go to a fashion event, and so I wanted to, take you along with me as I get ready. I wanted to also talk about my trip to Hawaii and how great it was, and how through that trip God answered a lot of my prayers. So yes, so as I get ready, I'm in a little bit of a rush. I want to make sure that I get there on time and do everything that I need to do. So yeah, if you want to stick around and see how my trip went and see how I do this natural makeup look. At first I was going to try to do a smoky eye, but I don't have a lot of time, and that takes a lot of more time and detail. So I'm going to do just something really simple and natural, and yeah, stick with me. Alrighty loves, we're going to start off. As you can see, my eyebrows are already done, and I got that all set up, and I also have my primer, and I have my good old trusty Marc Jacobs. I don't know where my top is, y'all. I think I lost it in Hawaii, but yes, got my good old Marc Jacobs primer on already, and yes, we are getting ready to do the eyeshadow. Trying to do something really natural. I think I may just have one color on my eyes just to keep it really fast and simple today. So I think I'm going to do this cute little mauve color. I'm using my Morphe palette. This is the let me see, because I can't remember it off the top of my head, the 3503 palette. So yeah, I'm using the color Domination. So we'll see how that turns out, and yes, let's get it started. But yes, y'all, I had a grand old time in Hawaii. I will be honest, at first I wasn't quite sure whether I was like, do I really want to go? Because it's so much that goes into taking a trip these days, and I was really concerned about how I was really going to feel about it, with all the health requirements that you have to go through, and signing up for this and registering for this and wearing your mask and all of that stuff. And it kind of had gotten a little bit really stressful before I left. So I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to make me feel. And I will be honest, I was kind of hesitant, and I was also a little bit hesitant on leaving Peanut, because like I said, I haven't even had Peanut for a year yet, and he is a rescue. So I didn't want him to feel abandoned. So I did have my niece come in and stay in my home with him, so he wouldn't feel like, I was just straight up out of pocket. And he did well. Needless to say, he did really well, but still I was a little concerned about that. So it had gotten a little bit stressful as I was trying to prepare for the trip. So my excitement level was teetering. I was excited, but I was like, oh no. So yeah, it had gotten a little complicated there. Getting ready for the trip, it got a little complicated. But so anywho, and then I like the idea of flying, but yeah, it does make me a little nervous to be on a plane. And it just, especially these days, and you literally have to have your mask on through the airport, in the plane, the entire time, and it can feel a little claustrophobic. So I was a little nervous about that and everything. But y'all, when I got there, every bit of my worries went away. Okay, let me pause right there. I wanted to show y'all the foundation I'm using. This is the one that, if you saw my packing video, you'll know that I am taking this with, I took this with me to Hawaii, and I got a little tan, y'all. So therefore I need to use a little bit. This is a little bit darker than my norm. So yeah, got a little tan, so I'm going to use my Nars. This is Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So here we go. And this is the color Bellum, B-E-L-E-M. So yes. And I'm going to shake that up before I use it. And I'm also going to put on this Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I only use this in certain areas just to matted out in those areas where my pores are a little bit bigger. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put that right there, chin area, get that all together. Yeah, so I can get that on. But y'all, like I said, once I got to Hawaii, like once I stepped off that plane and got to the hotel and saw my friends, every ounce of like worry and trepidation went away. I hadn't seen these friends. These were like high school friends. Two of the young ladies were friends from high school, and then I met them in 9th grade, and then the other young lady was a friend of one of my other friends who was there, and I had met her in 2009 and we became friends. They came to visit and we became friends, and we were all in one of my friends' wedding and all that good stuff. So we decided to take a girls trip, and for me it was really like a big deal because I usually don't give myself that, especially after like leaving my job and all of that. I would have been like, no, I would have been like being super duper practical about everything, and I decided to take a chance on myself, and I'm so glad I did. I took that chance on myself, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made by doing that. And so yes, like I said, as soon as I got off that plane, the girl was ready. I was ready. And Hawaii is, y'all, it's absolutely beautiful. First we went to the Big Island, which is the city in the Big Island that we went to is Kona, but the Big Island is actually called Hawaii, and the locals call it the Big Island. And then we went there for like about 2 days, and then we went to Maui for about like 2.5 days, and then we flew back to Kona and then after stayed there for another day and then flew back home. All of us are from different spaces. I am going to put together the vlog for Hawaii, so that should come out before actually this video comes out, so you will see all of our activities and everything we did. It was awesome. It was so much fun, but we fell in love with Maui. Kona was great. Kona has a lot of like historical value, and just like you would think that on those islands the landscapes would pretty much be the same, but they're totally different. And so, you know, Kona was unique inside of like, it's kind of old school a little bit because of the fact that there is still like an active volcano on Kona, so the rules are kind of different. So that was kind of cool to see that. And then Maui was just like laid back. The weather was like the bomb. It was beautiful, and the Verbo that we stayed at just made it even that much better. So yeah, it was great. It was actually great. But like I said, kind of gonna take y'all through a play-by-play of like the experience and just how God really answered my prayers, because prior to that I had been feeling kind of like, I've been praying to God because I had kind of been feeling, I am just blending this in, but it kind of looks weird in my mirror, and like in the camera it looks fine. But I had been praying for friendship, and I had been feeling kind of alone, you know, with COVID and everything, being like working from home and being sequestered away from everybody for such a long time. It can be tough. And sometimes I realize about myself, I don't realize that things are affecting me until like a lot later. And so I just realized that, you know, COVID was having a big impact on how I was feeling. This is the Sephora concealer, and it's called Bright Future, in the color Bright Future. So this is the Sephora. If you see me do this, you've seen this concealer before. But yeah, it was like I had realized that I was just not feeling good, and I had started just feeling a little bit by myself, a little bit, you know, alone, and was really praying for connection and the right friendships and the right people to come into my life, without even realizing that I already had dope people in my life. It's just that we live far apart from each other, and I hadn't seen them in a long time. And you kind of, I think sometimes we just take for granted when we have friends like that, friends that just really, they're always there for you, they're always there, but you live far apart. So you kind of take it for granted that you can lean on them. And I will admit that I let those friendships kind of fall to the wayside, and this trip really rekindled our friendship and really answered a huge prayer of mine regarding like friendship. It answered that prayer hugely, and I couldn't stop. Like when I was there, I just couldn't stop thanking God for the experience. And it was like there was no pretense. We were like open and honest and vulnerable with each other. There was no hiding, and it was great. Because a lot of times you just, these days, I will say as an adult, sometimes it is hard to find those friendships where you can be vulnerable and be yourself, and people are not trying to like take advantage of you, or you know what I mean. These are people that have known me like basically my whole life. We've been friends a long time, and so I just didn't realize how good it would feel to be able to be open and vulnerable and have people see me for who I am, and just have discussions and be on the same page with people. It was great. And like every, you know, trip of Europe, we were away. I can't even say that correctly. We were away for a week, and so everybody has their moments where you get tired, a little frustrated or whatever, but we didn't argue, we didn't do any of that. And you know, like I said, just having people on the same page, having people that you know have your best interest at heart, who want the best for you, it felt good to be reminded of that. It felt good to be reminded that there are really people out in this world who have your back. It felt so good to feel that again. And this is my Sacha Buttercup I'm going to use to bake my concealer in there. See, this is a simple look. I am going super fast right now because like I said, I'm not late, but I just don't want to get to the point where I am late. So we gonna keep this ship moving. But yeah, it was so great to like be reminded of that, because I had been just praying. I told them I just been praying and praying and praying, and God just really answered my prayer. He really did. And I was kind of confused. I was like, Lord, why are you not answering? Why am I not finding why, you know, it just seemed like I'm trying to connect, I'm doing the work, but I'm not really connecting to anybody or anything. And he just reminded me that I already had like the perfect people in my life. And I'm trying to get all of this powder, it's everywhere because it was in my luggage, so I'm trying to get it together. But yeah, he just reminded me that these people, what I was looking for was right in my face. Right in my face, y'all. Your girl was being slow, but it was right in my face. Okay, for contour, I'm going to use this Showman's Bronzer by Morphe. So this right here. And for my bronzer, of course, I always use this, not bronzer, but contouring, I use this right here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. But yeah, he was like, girl, you're tripping because sorry y'all, I had to put that on there, but because your friends are like literally right in front of your face. And that's my bad, because I had taken that for granted, and I think all of us kind of did too. And we vowed to, now we're just, you know, in a space. And I think it also comes with age as well. We're all basically, of course, the same age, and we're all at a stage of our lives where we're like, okay, we need to travel, we need to connect more and travel more. So we basically already got a trip scheduled for next year. So we are not playing. We gonna get this thing together. But it just, yeah, I thank God for that, because I was kind of downing the trip prior to going, but it just worked out so beautifully. And the mascara I'm using is Maybelline Colossal, and I believe it's T400, so it's basically it's classic black color. So y'all, but yeah, y'all, I mean, it just really rekindled our friendship in the best way possible. And literally, like, I got off the plane and I saw them and it was like I had seen them yesterday. It was so good. You know, those friendships where we hadn't seen each other in years, and I got off that plane because I was literally the last one there, and I met them at the hotel, and it was like we had never been apart. And that was the most awesome feeling. It had literally, it felt like I had seen them yesterday, and we picked up where we had left off, and it was great. It was the greatest feeling ever. It really was. I really was like super happy to see them, and just super happy to have the experience that I had with them. It was awesome, and I am so grateful to God for the experience, because it really humbled me in a lot of ways. It really humbled me. It really humbled me because you get into this phase where you're like, and then it just shows you and it really showed me that God is not deaf, that he's listening. And the eye pencil that I was using was this MAC pencil in the color Superfly. So yeah. And yeah, it just made me realize that, you know, that I was being seen and heard by God. And although I felt a little delayed, he was definitely, sorry y'all, there's some noise over in the door, and Peanut, of course, goes into protect mode. So sorry for the barking. Okay, bud. Alrighty. Good boy. I'm going to wipe this Peanut. Hopefully we can get through this. Hopefully he doesn't steal the show. Hopefully Peanut does not steal the show. I might have to go pick him up because he is stealing thunder here. So yeah, he's kind of stealing my thunder. So come on, Boop. Shh. Come here. Okay, we're gonna see if he lets me finish. But basically I'm almost to the end of my makeup look anyway. But next we're going to put on some blush. So I'm just gonna, like I said, keep it real simple today. Nothing outstanding. I'm going to use this Ego in my Morphe blush palette here. But first I have to put on my loose powder just to set everything in there. So this is Becca Cosmetics loose powder. I think Becca is closing, so I might not be able to get this anymore, but I'm glad I got my little, because I actually like Becca, but I think it's going to no longer be, so that's crazy. But yeah, so I have powder everywhere, y'all, so excuse me because I literally have powder. But I'm just setting that in there, setting my contour and just blending everything together. Blending. And then, okay, so that's that on that. And then next we are going to put on the blush. Like I said, Ego in my Morphe palette. I use this thing so much all the time. It is one of my most used blushes. It's just so like just nice and bronzy, and yes, makes you look shiny and bronzy. Y'all see that? Yes, honey. But anyway, yes, I just thank God for rekindling those friendships and just showing me that I am supported, I am seen, I am heard, and just showing me that love that I felt like for a long time was missing. And I'm like, y'all, please don't. Peanut. He won't let me get through this, y'all. And I'm going to use Driven as my highlight. So if Peanut would ever be quiet. P. Okay. Okay. He has officially stolen the show. But yeah, I use this as my highlight because it's such a good highlight. Look at that, baby. And yes, I still love highlighting, like I said before, so I'm gonna highlight to forever. Y'all not gonna ever stop me from highlighting. That's just what it's gonna be. But yeah, don't be like me. Don't, like, you know, be like, I'm self-aware, but there are moments where it just takes me a long time for things like stress and things like that to register, or me to fully register like how something or an event is making me feel. So if you're feeling a certain way during this time, please don't think you are alone. And that was another good thing about this trip. It made me realize that I'm not alone, because some of the things that I had been feeling, like anxiety and stress from everything that was going on, we all were feeling it. We all were feeling it. You think, oh, I'm going through this by myself, or I'm feeling a certain way. And I come to find out, child, everybody was feeling some kind of way. Everybody was feeling their own like level of anxiety and stress about everything that was going on. And I was like, man, that made me feel so much better to know that I had friends that were loving and supporting, but that I wasn't alone in how I felt, and how, you know, this whole pandemic, everything, the panorama and everything that's been happening was making me feel. So y'all, I was so grateful to have that like consolation that I wasn't by myself. So don't be like me. Reach out to those friends that you think you've lost touch with, and just know that you are not alone, that we're all feeling a sense of anxiousness and stress from everything that is going on. And like I said, your prayer, the answer to your prayers might be right in front of your face. And I'm so glad that God directed me back to them, because it was such a blessing, almost in disguise. So yeah, so y'all, I'm about to get ready to, I'm gonna put on my, let me put on my lipstick for y'all right now. And basically it's literally going to be like me putting on some lip liner and some lip gloss, and giving y'all this real nude look on the lips. And this lip pencil is Bobbi Brown Chocolate. And then after this, I'm gonna get dressed for y'all. And that is gonna be that on that on that. But yeah, cause your girl have to make sure that I get up out of here, cause I don't want to be caught in traffic, and I don't want to be rushing. So let's see what we got in here. We got this NYX liquid suede. So what color is this? Sandstorm. Some people say NYX, some people say NYX. I think I say NYX, because that's the first thing that comes to my head is NYX. So I think that's why I said. And then we're going to, I had some lip gloss up here somewhere. Oh, here we go. And this is ColourPop Tight Fit lip gloss. So I used to love a matte lip. Now I'll gloss it up some. And I don't even know why I'm putting on all of this, because your girl gonna have to have this mask on. But hey, why not? Why not for y'all? Why not for y'all? So yes, I'm about to head on and get myself together as far as dress, and then I will be right back for the entire outfits, okay? And I'm gonna give y'all the scent I'm wearing as well, so hang tight. Okay, love, so I'm here with the finished look. I haven't put anything in this bag yet, but I am going to be taking this cute little vintage Tory Burch bag. I found this bag vintage shopping, and so yes, I love it. It's black. Of course, it has the gold link, so that is super adorable and super cute. So this is what I'm going to be taking with me to the event, to the fashion event. So here's the purse, and for my scent, we have the Chanel Gabrielle. I love this scent. I love any Chanel scent. Of course, it smells delicious. So I'm gonna just kind of, so y'all can see my face, put this all over the place. Walk through it. Yes, honey. And so this is the finished outfit look. I wanted to also show you all these earrings. I got these earrings from Frugal, I think it's called Frugal Finds in New York. I ordered them offline. It says Boss. These necklaces, I believe I got from either Target or not Target, either TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So that's where these come from. Basically almost the same thing. These pants are Zara. I love the way they like fit tight up here and they flare out. My shoes are the tie-up orange Steve Maddens. If you follow me, you know what these are. I got these last year in the middle of the panorama. Didn't know it was gonna last so long, but I got these cute shoes and they are wonderful. This shirt, I believe, is from Pretty Little Things, this crop top, and this jacket is from Boohoo, I believe. So like this white, kind of off-white tuxedo jacket, and I just love how this look just came together with the braids. Got my baby hairs laid down, y'all. So yes, I am super excited because this is the first time I've gone to a fashion event, I think, since last year. So, well, and it wasn't like, let me show y'all my face. And it wasn't like online or anything like that. So super happy, super excited. And yes, this is my outfit, and I hope you enjoy my get ready with me and talking through my Hawaii experience, and I'll see y'all next time. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you see when I upload. Yes, y'all. Peace out. Light, love, and blessings.